May really is a ridiculously busy month for the majority of us in the garden, whether you are starting to harden off or you're ready to plant out and you're hopefully either very close or past your last frost date within this month. Now, if you have been sowing and you've got everything ready to go straight in the beds, then one of the things that we do want to do as well this month is continue sowing to make sure that when those plants are finished and we start seeing gaps, that we have things to fill them in, and also to continue harvesting into autumn. If you haven't actually managed to sow anything yet, whether that's because you don't have the space in order to sow it under cover, or you just haven't had the time, now is a fantastic time to start those seeds off. There are a few things it's a little bit too late to sow from seed now, things like peppers and aubergines and chilies, but other than that, most things can still be started from seed and will catch up really quickly. So we're going to have a look and talk about what can be succession sown, what could be sowed directly if that's all the facility you have. I do also share my sowing calendar in my newsletter, so if you're interested in signing up for that, just comment newsletter and I'll send you the link. In there we also have discount codes and then other information that is shared every month, and hopefully will help remind you of things that are upcoming so you don't miss them as well. So the first of these are going to be our more tender, heat-loving plants that are either going to need to be taken in the house to germinate and then brought outside, or kept in the house until your night temperatures are around 10 Celsius, or if you don't have anywhere under cover to bring them outside. This is going to include our tomatoes and melons, winter and summer squash, sweet corn, French or runner beans. The only thing of those that I wouldn't actually sow direct would be tomatoes, and I've never tried melons. The next are things that we can sow under cover and are going to appreciate the cooler night temperatures and the light that an undercover space can give. So these are going to be things like cabbages. So we will have already sown our summer cabbages, so we'll be on to our autumn succession of these now. Then we will be looking at first sowings of Swedes. We could also be sowing our Brussels sprouts, and this would be for ones that are harvested around Christmas time, kale and kaleets. And then we could also do a next succession of spring onions. For these, you'd really want to sow them every sort of 6 to 8 weeks. Then our winter leeks could also go in. That would just be one sowing in a year. Lettuce is another one that we definitely want to succession sow every 6 to 8 weeks. Beetroot, you probably want to do at least 1 or 2 sowings in the year, maybe 3. And then for celery, I'm just looking at doing my second sowing now. But if you haven't already got one sowing already going, then this would be the only sowing of celery that you'd be doing. Of that list, once again, you could start everything directly outside. Celery may struggle with the temperature of the soil, but otherwise they will do absolutely fine. Anything that we do direct sow, of course, we are going to have more pressure from slugs and snails, so you want to over sow, and then hopefully you'll have plenty of plants left once they have had their feeding. Next are all things that are going to benefit from being planted or sown directly outside. This will include things like our potatoes, our carrots, radish and parsnips. All 3 of those really benefit from being directly sown because they've got tap roots, and they can struggle if they're not sown directly and they come from cells. And you can also directly sow things like peas and beans, or herbs such as dill. Carrots and radish really do benefit from a second sowing of different varieties later on in the season as well. And then also peas are likely to run out of steam, so a later sowing of those can be helpful too. Herbs that I would be sowing under cover or wait another couple of weeks and sow them directly outside would include parsley, basil, chervil and borage. And then we're looking at flowers. So these are all things that also you could wait till the end of the month and directly sow them. These include our marigolds, calendula, snapdragons. You really want to get those in a little bit earlier, so that's anthuraniums, cornflowers, zinnias, sunflowers, rudbeckia and nasturtiums. Please do let me know if you have any questions, and hopefully we won't have any late frosts to upset any of the plantings that we do get out in May.